Hi everyone, my name's Val. Welcome to the chat. So tonight's topic, guess what? We're going to talk about, do you agree with daylight saving time?
Do we like to spring forward or fall back?
None of it. Why?
None of it.
Necessary.
Yeah.
I
think
we
it's a
should
hard no for me.
cut it.
Yeah, why do we even need it?
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because I was having this conversation with a girlfriend, and apparently it's something to do with the West Coast and the US and being on that same time zone. I could be wrong, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I mean, Canada itself has so many time zones, so why is that a problem?
It's true.
Yeah, they've said that in the past. I've heard that in the past, but like if you look at it from like an economical sense, if we have more light for longer, we're using less power. Okay, we're empowering people to feel better about themselves and have more daylight to do the things they want to do. We talk about how people should be getting outside more often. Well, let's give us a bit of light. I know me, ladies, like as soon as like it's still light at 7 o'clock, I'm like, we're still playing outside with my daughter, and like I just feel good. And then when that goes back, I'm like, oh, I just slumpy, right?
So you want to put your pajamas on and just sit on the couch, right?
So much. And eat.
That changes with seasons, right? So, in the fall, it's natural that it gets darker earlier.
Right.
I don't see the point in, the sun is going to stay longer and the days are going to get longer, whether we do daylight savings or not. So I'm with scrap it. They talked about scrapping it last year. There was a whole bunch of people for that. And then all of a sudden now we're doing daylight savings last weekend. And a 2.5-year-old, my granddaughter, does not know the difference. So, in fall, it's worse. Of course, in spring, she, at 4:39 in the morning, she's like, good morning. I'm like, no.
Back to bed.
Why don't you like it, Assunta? What's your point on this?
I hate it. I totally agree with all the other ladies that said it's naturally, you feel better with all the extra light. Like, it doesn't make any sense to do this constant back and forth because it's been something that's been around for 100 years or however long we've been doing this daylight savings. It's time to change it.
Yeah, and I think also too, like remembering that there are some provinces that don't change, like Saskatchewan doesn't change.
Exactly.
So my in-laws, that's where they lived, and I'd always have to think: is it plus 1 hour? Is it not? Like it's mountain and central and all these different zones, and it's daylight savings times, but then it's daylight like something else time. It's PST, and I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it called? Pacific Standard Time, and then Pacific something else time.
Daylight saving.
Daylight time.
Central.
Yes, PPT, and it's just too complicated. I
agree.
It's too complicated. And then also, exactly, like we, my husband, like in February, it was like, oh my gosh, it's one more month, he said, and we're going to be in spring. And so he really looks forward to that. So yes, draw out the days longer. More light is going to give us all like a better mental health, I think, right?
Sure.
At the end of the day. So
I'm sure people really noticed it this year, though. I mean, and COVID and everything.
Yeah, and
bring on the light.
Yeah, and
Bring on the light.
Yeah, and wouldn't this be the year to sort of keep it as it is right now and let it be because of what we've just had in the last 12 months? I think so.
Yeah.
And
I heard that there's a bill in the US Senate currently that one of the senators is talking about setting up so that way they abolish it. Don't know if it's going to happen. I sure hope so.
We would love to hear in the comments below what you guys think. If you're against it, why are you against it? Tell us, try to change our minds. Tell us a little bit more.
I bet you if there's moms with little ones, they're not going to change their minds.
My dogs can't change their minds, so why should we?
Exactly.